What the hell is Sauce Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
North side, south side, east side, west side. Perfect. It's the sauce ho, you know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink, what up Tenny, what up Rary, what up Stitch. 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't this shit. Call the Saucelin if you got an issue. From the Rockets, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce ho, you know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink, what up Tenny, what up Rary, what up Spitz. 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't this shit. Call the Saucelin if you got an issue. From the Rockets, the Stros, Texans, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce ho, you know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent.
All right. Y'all give me just a second. We're about to get this thing started. I'm gonna hit the thing one more time. Just hear me out. Just chill. Just get you some snacks. All right, all that good stuff. My bad. Players look up. See, I didn't make you wait the whole extra minute. So we are going to have a conversation today, right? I ain't really opening up the line like I need to, so I'm gonna let y'all I'm gonna get some drip on the Saucelin today. But I just kind of gotta address a thing, right? Because of the situation we're currently in. Okay. And this is why I've taken the stance that I've been taking things all season. But before we get into that, I want to take a stance. And that stance I want to take is that Sauce Nation is the best motherfucking group of people. I don't know. I don't want to say like fans. Fans is weird. Viewers. The best group of viewers in all the land, right? So I always greatly appreciate it. Because y'all are fresh ingredients, right? So that's what makes y'all so fresh. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, we got to have a discussion, right? And I'm going to wait. I want to wait to have this discussion. This is a very important discussion. And I feel like it's a valid discussion to have with Sauce Nation, right? It's a real discussion that needs to be discussed. Because not enough people are discussing this discussion. But I've always taken a stance so far this year, for the most part, as house money season, right? And I know it sounds like you're giving up. It's whatever. That's not my mindset. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. That's not what I mean at all. But I felt like this is a house money season because this is the season where you have to find out what you really have. I don't think anybody knew that. And I know it's good to get caught up in the hype. I know it's good to get caught up in the excitement of the potential, the possibility, all the things that just could go right for the Texans because it hasn't gone right in so long. I understand. Please believe if nobody understands you. I understand. I understand why you feel that way, right? I comprehend. But the thing about this situation is you got to realize something. Because you're going into a second week of CJ Stroud in the concussion protocol. Okay. So I don't know what the average time is. A lot of times you see guys get in and out, maybe a week or so. But as it's being said, as it's being reported, CJ may miss another week. Likelihood of him playing slim, right? So that means we're going to see Cowboy Case, which I have no worries. Murder was the case, right? I mean, the guy who does it for you, like, y'all frustrated. Y'all been frustrated. Y'all rooting for Davis, does minimal meals, right? In the DMs. Davis does minimal mims. Over the homegrown. So that's what happens when y'all be listening to all these transplants. Y'all be listening to all these out-of-towners and shit. We be telling y'all. They start fucking y'all head up. Y'all don't want, like, what's more Houston than Houston, right? We keep talking about doing it for the house. The kid went to U of H, broke records at U of H, went to league. He's revived. I wouldn't say revived the Texans, but brought a little spark to the Texans at one point in time. You know what I mean? And now has come back to win us a playoff game. And y'all can say, well, Davis could have. I don't think Davis could have, would have, should have, and wouldn't have. Obviously, D'Amico saw things in practice. Obviously, Bobby saw things in practice that alerted them to a situation. It's not wise to put Davis in this position. And if you disagree, that's fine. Disagree with me, but then you disagree with D'Amico and staff who accumulatively got the win. And we can talk about defense, we can talk about everything else. But again, they felt like that was the best decision. Obviously, they saw something. Obviously, something stood out and said, hey, if we're trying to save this season, Case is the guy to go with, right? But now you have to understand why I said house money, why I brought all this up. We're just talking about, maybe another week. With CJ being in the concussion protocol at this amount of time, you have to start thinking, you have to start wondering, is it a matter of the playoffs or the long-term success of this team? And I've told you, house money, the reason why I said I'm happy because we have us a long-term guy, CJ, right? But are we so eager for just the possibility, the potential to maybe say we went to the playoffs this year, right? That we want to rush CJ back? Like, is this the situation that we've gotten in? And my apologies, I'm not even in the chat. I got stuff all over the place. My apologies. Players indeed do fuck up. So I know a lot of people are hungry for the playoffs, right? I know a lot of people are craving that. I mean, just to be relevant again, you want to see that AFC South banner hang again. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, right? Would you rather have a playoff this year and have a third of a young man's career shortened because they rushed him back into something that he might not have been ready to go back into, right? And I'm not saying that, knock on wood. I was never the nigga beating with the pen, rap. Right? Anyway, y'all see how offbeat I am. Anyway, so I'm not tripping. Like, that's why I said I'm not tripping. I have not been tripping about this at all, right? I have not. This has not been a thing about whatever we accomplish this season is just a benchmark, right? That's why it's house money. That's why I say you set yourself a benchmark. You say, okay, hey, we don't ever want to be below this every year. This was the rookie season. We had a rookie head. We were all on our very first stints at our particular roles. And that should have been the very worst we ever were, right? Now, the benchmark being the playoff is not a bad benchmark. It's not saying, hey, don't, not saying, hey, don't go to the playoffs so you can't make it. But again, is it worth rushing CJ back to do that? What's the motherfucking deal, Jabari? We didn't get the Sauce Nation roll call. Pardon me, players fuck up. Sauce Nation roll call. Hey, shout out to Side with Pride if you are from the greater Houston area. If you're not from the greater Houston area, that's cool. That's cool. That's how you want to live your life. That's how you want to get out. If that's how you want to get jiggy with it, that's cool. Go ahead and shout that out. Whatever side you may be from, east side, north side, west side, south side. West, east side, west side. I might have said it twice. I think I covered all the sides. The corners of the sides, whatever you are on the compass. I don't want to talk to you, Broderick. I don't want to talk to you at all. I will talk to any and everybody but Broderick tonight. I don't even know if the sauce line works. That's why I said we might see if the sauce line. I told you I ain't paying that bill. I ain't had time to look for a new sauce line. I'm not going I'm not paying that fucking phone line. It doesn't do what I needed to do. I got to get back on the hunt. But I'm telling you, I got some good stuff coming soon. Some of y'all saw some sneak previews. Everybody ain't seen it. I might drop something for the members. I might let y'all see a little sneak preview of some new sauce that's coming. Yeah, I can do that. Anyway, and I told you I'm gonna switch up how we doing the Discord too, so I'm gonna let y'all know about that. But J-Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Daniel Martinez, what's the motherfucking deal? Richard Becerra, what's the motherfucking deal? King Josh, what's the motherfucking deal? Black Vegeta. You might have to go first 48 Harris County on them, baby. You might have to get on them. Nails and Pop. Can't stop, won't stop. What's up to Nails and Pop? What's the motherfucking deal? Darth, what's the motherfucking deal? Gilmore, 71 Tree. Oh, Tree of y'all, what's the motherfucking deal? Wade, Jay Boogie, Trinity Gardens, what's the motherfucking deal? And I ain't gonna get into religion. Let's just say, get to the pearly gates. Honcho, you said, what's the motherfucking deal? 472,362 times. It's about 2 times over the limit of getting in, but I mean, you really pushed it kind of close there. Broderick, speaking of not going to heaven, Broderick Brooks, how are you doing this evening, sir? Reverend, I ain't gonna cuss at the Reverend because he's gonna get upset. He's gonna give me an election today. You can't say this in the den because Broderick used to be cool. Now he's a tool. Leonard Avery, what's the motherfucking deal? Quail Man, what's the motherfucking deal? So let's talk about it, right? Let's get into it. It's a situation where I saw Nico was limited today, right? I don't know how limited. I don't know what the injury is. I don't even know what. I don't know what it is that's keeping Nico out like that. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a trio with y'all. But I'm concerned with Case against this defense, honestly. But if you get a weapon like Nico back, I'll take it. Let's look at a couple of things. And you're gonna be like, I like the show. Fuck them Titans too. Good job, Honcho. Nah, hey, we gotta have a discussion, right? So one of two things. We need to have a real discussion right now. Right now. Some came across my timeline, and we 33 deep. I don't know, we 34 deep. H-Town, let's go. What's that? Nolan Ryan, Akeem. You know what I'm talking about? Right now, we need to have a discussion. I need to end the debate, right? We 34 deep. That's enough people to have this discussion. I need all of y'all to vote. Everybody in here, I need you to vote on this too. I don't care. I don't even care if you're a hater. The body on. That's why I click that bitch. It must have logged out. Yeah, hold on. That's right. Hold on, little Woody. What's going on? The other one is, but that one's not. He's tripping. Hold on, give me a second. Let me try to figure out what's going on with the bot. I don't know that was being janky. But we gotta have a real discussion right now, man. See, we losing people. We got to have a discussion. I need everybody. I know. We fuck that debate. This is a debate that requires a little bit of thinking power. And some of you might be too young to even be a part of this debate. Some of y'all, if you're under honestly, if you're like under 25, you probably don't really need to be a part of this. I think that's even stretching it, right? I got to look at my timeline. We need to have a real debate, right? This is a real debate. I need to know, and this is kind of a tough question, so it's kind of, I'm gonna make it a multiple choice question, right? And I need you to list them in order, 1, 2, 3, right? I need to know. Because this is going to determine how much some of y'all Sauce Nation, how some of y'all Fugazi, some of y'all might be some of them transplants. I don't know. I need to know the 3 best Jordans. In order. 1, 2, 3. I need to know right now. I'm giving y'all a little bit of time. Because it's not even a debate. It's not even a question. I just need to know what page some of y'all are on so I can keep my eye on y'all. I need to know right now. Because this came across my timeline. And some of the commentary I heard was very distasteful to me. Okay? Roger might not be as bad as I thought he was. Roger might not be as bad of a person as I thought he was. All right. He's not that great, but he's not as bad as I thought. Broderick was going to come with some real awful. I expected Broderick to have the worst taste out of everybody. All right. I expected Broderick to have well, let me know the best ones, the Red Wings or the what's the other ones? The Wolverines. Who got the best boots? You know, this is I'm looking and I'm judging, right? I'm seeing some common denominators. I'm seeing some questionable selections. That's real interesting. So while y'all drop that in there, I need a 3 in order, right? And this is in order. So I'm judging y'all because this is in order. This is to make sure y'all are putting them in order. I don't want to just see these are the 3 I like. I need 3 in order, right? Because you are being judged. Right? I'm not a judgmental person, but this is Jordan judging. I need to know. I need to know, TD, what's the motherfucking deal? Eddie Mendoza, what's the motherfucking deal? Cavity Creek, watch the field. Let me see, Jordan Kearney, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Fo, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. That's the name I don't know, but KSA, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. If I miss you, I ain't this you, I promise, baby. We're gonna get into this conversation, right? And I promise I'm gonna open up the sauce line, all that good stuff too. When I open up the sauce line, if you're gonna call in, you're gonna have to justify your pick, right? Says if the sauce line still, we made it another day. I'm gonna get on that tomorrow. I'm gonna get a do live. Pushing it off because I should call it in and giving me a dial tone. Shame on you. You know, I told you this the other side, baby. Like when I be in the den, I be like, nah, we can't go across MLK in the YouTube streets. The sauce is definitely in the MLK YouTube streets. 3 worst. Hey, straight up, 13 is the perfect shoe. 13 is it's 13 for me. And I can almost agree. I'd agree with Broderick, right? But for me, I feel like it's 13, 11, 10, right? 13, 11, 10. I could see 13, 11 for. I've actually heard that. I don't even know if I got 13. But all right. Yeah, we're talking J's on the screen. TD3. You got to put your 3 in order. Your top 3 Jordans in order. Why are we doing that? Because it came up on my timeline today. I wanted to talk about it. So while we doing that, we're gonna get ready to open up the Saucelin. But like I said, I also wanted to go over the injury report. Make sure y'all dropping that in the chat, right? I want to go over the injury report. And I think they said we had really let's look at the did not practice, right? And I ain't got it on the screen. Most concerning of these, Will Anderson, Blake Cashman. Like if Blake Cashman was a go this game, I'd feel a lot more comfortable than I do right now. Right? Say what you want to, speak how you feel. Is it freezing up on me? Oh, it's tripping. All right. Give me a second. Report tripping. Jimmy Ward being out, of course, it is, but that's what that's going to be. CJ Stroud being out, of course, that's what that's going to be. Brevin Jordan being out is concerning, right? A little concerning. John Mechie, I want to see Mechie shine like everybody else, baby. I do. I really do. I want Mechie to have a great comeback story. I want it to be a legendary tale of overcoming, difficulties. But for that to happen, Mechie got to make catches, baby. Like right now, Mechie is quite sketchy. Okay, I want to see him shine. So with that being said, let me get ready to open up the line. Right. Let me make sure I got the shit set. Don't start calling yet. Wait till I put the number up there because I got to make sure we got going. So I know I wanted to talk to y'all. How do y'all feeling going into week 2? With Case at the helm, with Case running the show, are you comfortable going against this Cleveland Browns team? More so this Cleveland Browns defense, right? So give me one moment while I get this lickety blah. How you like me now? Yeah, we'll change that. That should be. All right, cool. So, going up the line. Drop your 3 J's, 3 in order, not just 3 random J's, the best 3 in your opinion. So I can judge you for having terrible tastes, right? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the Saucelin this evening?
What up, baby? This TD.
TD, what's the motherfucking deal, TD? What's on your mind, man? How you feeling about these Texans, man, going into another week with Case leading the show?
Shit, I feel good. Shit, as long as we keep the same momentum up, man, we should be all right, bro. We need to come out running the ball, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because Singletary had a hell of a game, bro.
I respect that. Yeah, I think, like I say, if the Texans can control this game, like don't let it get out of hand where you can keep the running game going and this defense can play, like I said, if they can play anything like they did against Tennessee, I think the Texans got it. But are you concerned? I see some people saying that, looking at the game last week, that Case barely got him through it, that Davis is the way to go. Do you feel like that, or do you feel like sticking with Case is the play?
Hell nah. Whatever they smoking, I got an ounce for their ass. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. We need to ride this shit out until PJ come back, which I think he's gonna be back against the Titans, I think. Bro, we gotta ride this shit out until he come back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Case Keenum, he's more experienced, he's been in the situations, you know what I'm saying? He put his through it. He's a veteran or something, he wouldn't have brought the nigga on if he wasn't one of them guys like that, if he wasn't experienced like that. You feel what I'm saying?
So that's what I agree. So I got a question for you, TD, man. Your top 3 J's, man.
Oh, 1, 11, and 13? Damn. Yeah, 1, 11, and 13.
The 1, 11, and 13. What is it about the ones that you fuck with?
Shit, man. Like, I just like them all, bro. Be honest, shit, I don't have a reason like that, man. I got a closet full of them.
Yeah.
Shit, to be honest.
Okay. Shit. So you ain't concerned about this Cleveland defense coming into this game? You think the Texans will be able to hold they all?
Nah, bro. I'm not concerned, dog. I mean, we still can't take them lightly, but I'm not concerned, bro. I think we got this shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Our main focus is winning these last 3 games, dog, which we need to do in order to make the playoffs, in my opinion. But I'm not concerned. Okay, once CJ get back, he gonna ball out because I think he's feeling it now. Now that he on the sideline, shit.
Yeah, you got to be. You gotta be. You know the kind of competitor he is. You gotta be.
Oh yeah, for sure. Shit, you know, like what I want you to do though, nigga. You just don't get ahead of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to lie. Y'all see, I've been chills this week. I've been saving all my energy up for Sunday. I'm finna turn up. I'm supposed to have my little Cleveland Browns partner on maybe tomorrow. So shit, I'm trying to stay calm. But shit, you know.
Yeah. What you think? How you feeling?
Man, look. I'm riding with Case, baby, because you know what I'm saying? Cool to cool. You know what I'm saying? Case was doing it at U of H. I feel like Case just reliving his last little glory days. I think he know this the last little go he gonna have. I think Case gonna give us all he got. And I'm riding with Case because I think, one, he's a better decision maker. Again, in a situation like this, I'd rather somebody who know how to get rid of the ball. It would need be instead of standing there like a statue. We saw David get in for 1 minute or one play. We saw what happened to him. So
I damn that's what I hard to say. I'm like, what you say? Shit, nigga, murder was the case, right?
Yeah, man. Look, I'm trying to say shit. Davis could have fumbled that hoe, and who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather Case be out there, man. And with Case out there, I feel like we got a good chance. I think he gonna sling it. He ain't gonna be afraid. If he know he make a mistake, he gonna come right back out there and he gonna play aggressive. Yeah. If Davis goes out there and makes a mistake, he gonna play timid for the rest of the game. And he don't have no heart. So that's like I get he's younger, I get all that other stuff, but it's like he does not have heart. And heart is something that the people who love to use analytics and all the stat sexuals and all that shit, you can't calculate that shit. And that Davis just don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. See, that's why it's good, you know, to ride this momentum with him, dog. Like I said, until CJ get back, you know what I'm saying? But we don't need no hiccups, bro. We really don't, bro. We don't need no hiccups, man. We got to ride on the sorry ass Browns. And we damn sure got to ride on the sorry ass Titans again. And try to win this damn division. With the coach, bro. And I think we got it, bro. I feel like this, bro. Our only problem is we not consistent in there, dog. You know what I'm saying? We'll play good like 2-3 games, and all of a sudden them niggas can go to sleep at the years. And I don't want that.
So again, it's playing up to competition, but I think with everybody being injured and being hurt, I think it's kind of instilled in the minds of the player. Like we don't have that luxury to have CJ. We can't get. You know, when CJ put up those numbers and he put up those accolades and he's getting all these rewards or these awards and all this shit every week, that shit started to make you kind of, we got one of them guys so we can chill or we can kind of take it easy. But then when you know you don't have that next man to rely on like that, you know you got to pull your weight a little bit harder. I think the team kind of know where they at right now. And that's why I say I like to see them in these situations where it's a little bit more difficult. If they can pull through this without CJ and without, you know, Nico and some of these other guys, shit, they can damn near do anything when those guys are healthy.
Yeah, bro, but what the nigga been saying all year, bro? You gotta have that next man mentality. So therefore, like, I mean, we still, as I said earlier, like we still in rebuilding mode, bro. So you have to have that mentality. You feel what I'm saying? So like, and I'm not using that shit as an excuse whether we want to lose or down. If you stay ready, you ain't got to be ready. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not hanging my head. That's why I'm not hanging my head over who does it. And of course, we need CJ. Hell yeah, we need that nigga. We need Tank. You feel me? But man, you gotta this football, bro. Not only that, it's the NFL. So shit, we gotta come with it, bro. I don't give a fuck who you got.
Exactly. Shit, well, that's a bit, Mr. TD, man. Like I said, we went over a little bit, spilled a little bit of sauce, but I do appreciate you calling in and getting the Saucelin started today, man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, time stand up, baby.
Appreciate you calling in. Have a good one.
All right.
Shout out to TD, man. Okay. You say the ones. I'm not a fan of the ones, man. I'm not a fan of the ones. That's just, you know, but like I said, I know some folks like them. That's just, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm flat-footed or some shit. I don't know. Shit. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den? No, not the damn den. See, look, I'm seeing the name. I'm talking about the den. Goddamn. Who we got calling into the sauce?
Do you know the mailman? What's good, honcho?
What's up, man? Shout out to J man. Man, my chat that froze up, y'all. My fault. What's the motherfucking deal, J man? Man, what is your favorite? What are your 3 J's? What's your top 3 in order?
13s, the 12s, and the 11s.
Okay. 13s to 12s and 11s. 12 go hard. I'm fucking 12. I don't know, but them fucking, what is them 15s? I don't know where they went with them. Those were terrible. What's the 3 worst?
Ooh, the 3 worst, probably the 15s, 16s, and the 17s.
There's that a phase that they was, they had that really after the 14. I think shit got real sketchy.
I don't know what they was thinking.
Yeah, the 14 was on the brink too. 14 had a couple of colorways I could fuck with, but 14 was kind of sketchy too. But after that, it got real weird. Okay.
Yeah, the 14, like the like the ones that's in the picture, those are clean, and maybe one other colorway.
Yeah, the motherfuckers was just, they was weird too.
Yeah.
But going
you
into
have to have the right fit for them.
Exactly. That was the thing. You had to have a fit for them hoes. If not, if you ain't had a fit, them hoes was shit.
Crazy on you.
It's like, nigga, is you finna race in a Formula One? Nigga, like, what is you doing, nigga? Like, what is on your feet? But looking at this game coming up, man, like I said, the Texans is coming up. They may be a little bit more short-handed, or depending on who you ask, they might just have a gunslinger at the helm. They just might be ready for anything. How are you feeling going against this Cleveland team and one Joe Flacco? With Case Keenum at the helm, man. Like, are you comfortable going into a second week of Case?
Hey, the prophecy continues, bro. It's above us. It's in God's hands.
It's no longer.
But no, I mean, realistically, I'm not too worried because it's kind of like evenly matched teams right here because they kind of, and not that evenly because I'd rather have Case starting than have Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? But we are in pretty similar situations as far as that goes. So I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to be a good game. Kind of like last week. We're going to have to, a lot of guys are going to have to step up and make plays. It's going to have to be a team win, Hopefully Singletary can do what he did last week. Hopefully they don't try to force feed Pierce. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
About y'all. I ain't put the Saucelin number where players fuck up. I told you my chat froze up, so I was missing it. If you're in here, you just get in here. Make sure you drop drop your 3 favorite J's in order so we can judge you. And on another thing, put worst in front of it. Put your 3 worst J's. We need to get the worst J's vote too, because there are some very hideous J's. But so if you keep it going, so you're going to see kind of a continuation of what they were able to do against Tennessee. You feel like can have success against this Browns team as well.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can have a steady run game, especially against this defense, because we got to soften this defense up. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we can do that with what's his name? Drew a blank. The DN. Can't think of his name right now, but with him being, huh?
You talking about what they picked? Not the movie they picked up. Or you talking about?
No, I'm talking about from the Browns.
Oh,
I'm talking about from.
What's his name? I can't think of his name either. Goddamn.
Yeah, my mind went blank. But with him being banged up, hopefully we could soften them up a little bit with the run game, and hopefully they don't get too much pressure on Case throughout the game.
Miles, scared.
And I think we should be all right. Just follow that formula from last week. Hopefully Case don't throw no pick sixes or any picks at all for that matter. And I think we'll be okay.
They just kind of protect the ball, keep it under control. Like, I feel like this team it's going to be a game that's going to come down to coaching, right? Because like I said, we are both in similar situations. We both are going through injuries at the quarterback position, albeit that seems like Cleveland's are much worse. Ours is just a little bit temporary. But somehow Cleveland has been finding ways to win games that people will feel like they should win. But also the Texans have been able to win some games that people were feeling like the Texans shouldn't have won. So both of these teams are having I wouldn't say a similar destiny, but the path is looking very familiar for both of them. So if it is coming down to more of a, I guess would you say a team of destiny situation or whatever, do you think the Texans have the wherewithal to overcome this?
Yeah, because like even though, like I said, like the similarities between Flacco and Case, like to me, Case is still the better quarterback, and I feel like that with every injury. As far as like their running backs are pretty banged up. I'll take Singletary over Ford right now because Ford is pretty banged up. So we added some depth to our D line with Tart, so I think we'll be okay. We got enough talent to get through this one. Like I said, it's gonna have to be a team win, unless we get some star plays from from Stingley. Maybe he can get a couple picks on Flacco, maybe run one back. Oh, he did throw 3 picks last week, so if we could turn those into points, then we could actually have a blowout on our hand. I just don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've definitely set up to win. It's not nothing that we should really be stressing about.
So even in a situation like that, and we're looking at it as it is, it does appear to be more favorable to the Texans. If we would have been talking about this game at the beginning of the year, would it remotely resemble what we're going to be seeing this weekend?
No, not at all. And like I had tickets to this game before Deshaun got hurt, and I ended up selling my tickets. But it'd be totally different because the whole atmosphere around this game would change. This would be a revenge game for us, and they would be saying that on the other side that this is a revenge game for Booty Boy Watson. And so it's probably got less on it as far as that goes, like emotions being involved, but at the same time now it has more on it because of the playoff implication.
Both teams, but yeah, both teams are definitely still fighting. Yeah, like I be trying to take that. I'm old, man. I didn't realize I'm old. I need Metamucil and Centrum Silver and shit. But yeah, so
somebody get honcho some one-a-days for Christmas.
You feel me? But yeah, so it's like a situation where, man, the Texans again. I feel like our playoff hopes are still alive and well. Okay, I'm asking question to actually though. A lot of people were saying that they felt like Case barely got us through it. Do you think that is a justification to try to give Davis Mills a shot, or do you continue to stick with Case in this situation?
Hell no. We seen what he did his one play where he had no stress on him. All he had to do was go out there and throw that bitch up. He couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
And I know the Mills meat riders gonna say, well, he did the right thing. He just took the sack and brought us into overtime. No. Mills is not. We don't need to see Mills. It's a reason they picked up another quarterback this week. And kudos to the coaching staff for being realistic and making the right moves because, yeah, Mills don't need to be nowhere near the field come Sunday.
And that's the thing. It's concerning. How if you were to put a percentage on it, what is the percent chance that Davis Mills is wearing a Houston Texans uniform next season?
Honestly, 0. I think he's done. I think he's going to be selling insurance next year.
Everybody, like I said, if I'm asking on the phone, I want to know what y'all feel at home. What is the percentage chance that Davis Mills wears a Texans jersey next year? Y'all drop that in the chat. I want to know what y'all think, honestly. So, I mean...
And my reason for saying that is not just because he's absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
It's because also, once you find your franchise QB, you have to bring in quarterbacks that somewhat emulate that style of play. So that if he does go down, you can kind of seamlessly, transition. So that's the main reason I see him being gone because he just doesn't. It's not the same offense. Nowhere near the same offense with Davis Mills at the helm.
Just, I mean, again, it's just you can again. That's what I say. You can have all the measurables, but they don't mean that they translate to the field. Shout out to the lovely Miss Sarah Lou. I appreciate the super sauce super chat love. Says, hey Honcho, the base Honcho, and fuck Lopez in his square table. This is for DeMarkey, my BFF. Joshua, did you get my text? Shout out to the lovely Sarah.
Shout out to the wife.
Happy birthday to the lovely Sarah Lou. So celebrate, party, turn up. Tres generaciones for everybody. So I see some 0, 0, 15%, permanent third string, 1.5%, 1%. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see him being here, man. Like, I feel like a quarterback is a prideful thing. I got my sound all on the wrong shit. That's what I said. I'll be switching too much shit up. But anyway, my whole thing is that I feel like a quarterback is a prideful position, right? And once you thought you were going to be the guy, then you get to camp, you realize there's not even a competition. This motherfucker's smoking your ass. And welcome on the backup guy. Then when it comes down to it, and you actually need a backup, not just for a couple of plays because the other guy didn't even suit out. Like when it's a situation where, okay, we need somebody to carry this team a couple of games, you're out. Clipboard guy, you're in, right? You know what I'm saying? And you got to sit there and think, like, if you're truly a competitor, like if you're truly trying to win a starting spot, and if you're just trying to collect a check before you retire and become a used car salesman, that's cool, right? That's hey, I got enough babe, I saved up 3 years worth of checks. We can go buy us a used car lot. I'll be Davis Mills with the greatest deals, and I'll put you in some wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker gonna be a used car salesman. You feel me? And we know where this is gonna go in the morning show. But anyway, but like I said, it's a situation where I don't see that dude being here. I don't understand. If he does, like to me, it would tell me that he has absolutely no heart. Like I'm not saying you got a whole 50%. I'm not saying like Davis Mills' it's like this is a situation where you just got outplayed. But if you came back to that situation knowing that, like I feel like you just kind of settling for whatever. You're like, hey, look, we'll give you a couple of bucks just to fill a roster spot. I don't know. If I don't want to see him go out to want to go compete against somebody somewhere, it's hard for me to believe I just want him sitting on the roster here. But yeah. All right. Yeah.
I mean, at a certain point, like the thing, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. And he's had enough chances to prove that he doesn't. So it is what it is, and you just did a great job writing the promo commercial for his insurance. Insurance company. It's gonna be all over 16.
I'm trying to tell you, like what I'm saying. Yeah, next day they were between Davis Mills used car sales. Let me tell you this, like, yeah, I got idiots. It is what it is. Somebody's got to feed the people. But that's a bit of Mr. J. Bell. I see some young, when I wouldn't even call them young, some itchy Negroes in the comments. Talk about to wrap it up. Call himself a reverend. He's a rude reverend. A reverend or rude. See if I'm asking this nigga call or not.
How he want to fuss about somebody? He don't even know the Saucelin number.
Yeah, you feel me? That's what I'm really saying. Does he have a wrench?
Pipe down, Pastor.
Yeah, right. Make sure Roger ain't got no. So he definitely don't need one of them. So,
but that's a bet though.
That's a big. Appreciate it, J-B. I appreciate you calling and spending some sauce with me this evening, man.
That's a bet.
Sure. She's gonna sign next year. Shout out to J-B. Appreciate you calling in. We ain't worry about them calls. Look. We're gonna beat the shit out of them damn tight. Like we just need to take it week by week, right? And we're gonna kick ass week by week. But we gotta kick ass we gotta kick one cheek at a week. You know what I'm saying? One cheek a week. That's all we gonna kick ass one cheek a week. Well, 2 cheeks a week. But I guess we can focus on like one cheek, kicking that ass, and then like, I don't know, maybe it's like it'll cripple them, disable them a little bit, and we kick the others. Anyway, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the Saucelin this evening?
Great.
All right, that was a great call. I appreciate you calling in the Saucelin, and catch me next time. What's the motherfucker? Who we got calling in, man?
I'll tell you a whole hater out here, man.
Yes, Honcho the hate eyes. Yes. Shout out to Wow. What's going on, Roger, man? What you made it adamant that you need to call in tonight to espouse your thoughts on this game, these Jays. What are we talking about first, Mr. Roger? I'm gonna let you spill your sauce.
let's go and get these J's out the way first. Like I said, it's the 13, the 11, and the 4 in that order.
Okay.
That's the worst. Now I can't pick the 3 worst because man, there's so many bad ones. But that 17, I don't know what they was thinking with that. It was some serious drug usage going on with whoever designed that, bro. And from there, it just gets worse. And it looks like at the very last one they tried to start redeeming themselves, but I don't know, man.
Probably after the 17. I mean, 17 might have been the last one I reckon. It might have been the one before with the little rap flapping. I mean, I was done with my story. Like these Jordans or Team J's? What's going on? I don't know right now.
Yeah, that was, and I also agree with you that one. I'm not a big fan of the one. I think they highly overrated. Of course, they kind of go with a lot of clothes because, they got so many different colorways with the ones and all of that. I see ladies wearing them more than anything, but they kind of look like one of them shoes that ain't going to be very durable. Look like the toes going to get bent real easy. So that one's overrated to me. I don't like them that much.
I can see that. Yeah, they just don't. I don't know. I just never been a one guy. And thank you for the lovely Miss Sarah Lou for the super sauce super chat love. Say Black Vegeta, yeah, Obama phones work better. All right, so let's talk about it, man. We're talking Texans. We're talking about what's going on this weekend. We're talking about the Texans are shorthanded, right? Shorthanded, but we're still able to eke out a win over the Titans last week with great play, I would say, from 2 of the 3 phases of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then with 2 out of 3 phases of the game, but then, with some, I won't say pedestrian, but good enough play from, the second with the third phase. So 2 out of 3 phases, the third phase, say good enough.
Right.
But now we're facing another team who's facing a similar situation as the Texans, kind of in a similar predicament as the Texans. Also, trying to hold on to a playoff spot. What do you see going into this game facing the Browns that concerns you?
Well, let's just be honest. We've probably been the most injured team in the NFL the entire season. So injuries are not new to the Texans, especially on the offensive line. I don't know how many teams have had to shuffle their offensive line like we've had to seemingly from week to week, right? We've had key players out due to injury. We've had key players out due to suspension. Just all kind of stuff, man. It just seems like every week there's some key player that's out. But the only thing that has ever concerned me about this team this year is when we play down to competition. It seems like when we have a good team coming in that we have to face, or a certain level of adversity, a certain underdog status, that we're going into a game that's kind of when we play our best team ball. So I'm expecting that again this week. I want to say we were underdogs last week at Tennessee after dropping to the Jets the week before. And I knew that we would come out and be able to run the ball and play good defense. I didn't know it was going to end like that. But, again, we won with a backup quarterback. I got to be honest, this week I'm a little bit more nervous with Case going 2 weeks in a row. However, I think we can still do what we did last week with the run game and play defense. And like a few guys in the chat were talking about, Joe Flacco is a statue. So it should be a little bit easier getting to the quarterback that's not going to climb the pocket, that's not going to scramble out of the pocket. Should be a lot easier to get to him with 4 this week. And their offensive line is banged up as well. So that's what I'm expecting. But I want to mention something else that you were talking about, Honcho, in the very beginning of the show. So you were talking about something to the effect of us putting CJ in a bad position this year due to health concerns or whatever. And just correct me if I'm wrong. Were you trying to say that we should kind of shelve CJ to preserve his health for next season, or what were you trying to say with that?
I'm just saying that not to get overly excited and rush the young man back. If he's not ready to go, if it is not a situation, if it takes longer, if it carries over to a third week, people are overly excited about the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Just be happy that a benchmark is being set, that we know what we have, because hey, this is where we are. It should only get better from here. Would the playoffs be a nice benchmark? Absolutely. But I'm not saying shelve CJ. No, I'm not saying that. If he can go, I think the competitor in him is not going to allow for that to take place, right? You draft a man to play ball. But if it's a situation where you're looking at, hey, I don't know the ins and outs of the protocol, but if it's a situation where, hey, maybe he's borderline, maybe it's kind of his call kind of thing, I'd rather him not go than go, thinking for the long-term overall benefit of the team, instead of just to be able to say you go to the playoffs this season, because I don't think this team is going to win a Super Bowl this year. I think they could get in the playoffs, maybe cause a little bit of havoc, maybe an upset or something like that, but I don't think this team, as currently built, the current health situations, is a Super Bowl team. So why not? I know we live in a microwave society, we need it right now, but why not? That was more my angle to it than... No, I would never say shit.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that, and I'm gonna repeat something that Spitz said. I want to say last week or earlier this week, when he said that if we were to look at the season, the record that we have now before the season, many of us would have been cool with saying at this point of the season we're 8-6. I think most of us would have been ecstatic. And let's just say we all came into this thing and said, hey, are we happy that this team makes it to, let's say, 10-7 this season and miss out on the playoffs? Before the season, I imagine the majority of us would have been happy with that, But what Spitz says was that expectations change. And I agree with that. So not only do expectations change because we see what capabilities CJ has, we see what capabilities our head coach has, the defense, and we all play team football. We see what this team is really capable of. This team can beat anybody in the NFL when we're on top of our game. But here's the thing. We never know what next year is going to hold. Other teams are going to get better. It also appears that the AFC South is going to be very competitive for at least the next 5, maybe 10 years. The way that this thing is taken up.
This is going to be us and the Colts. The Jags going to fall off. Trevor,
us, the Colts. You can't count the Jags out, man. They got a good coach.
Trevor, Daniel Jones, Lawrence. Come on, man.
They got a good coach over there. They building over there as well. Vrabel is still a good coach. This is well, yeah, that's true. They're gonna build that thing in London or put a sunroof on the one they got, something. But the AFC South is gonna be very competitive for years to come. The way that it's stacking up right now, but the way that this particular NFL season is looking, we really don't know who is gonna be there at the end, and I believe it's so wide open. Even the teams that have the best records right now. Outside of San Francisco, no other team in the NFL looks to be unbeatable. You know what I mean? Right now, if I was to look at it, if the Texans are on top of their game, I believe that they can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the NFL except maybe San Francisco. Anybody else is wide open.
I think if the Texans have Tank Dell, they can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the NFL.
I agree with you. I'm thinking, and I'm just saying, including the injuries that we have now. Unfortunately, Tank not being there, but seeing how this team rises to the occasion, no matter what our circumstances are, it seems like if we are on our game, our coaches are on our game, and we do not take our opponents lightly, we can beat any team in the NFL outside of maybe San Francisco. So I say, man, if we got a shot, let's do the best that we can do to get there. But I do agree with, hey, if CJ ain't good this week, Hey, if he can't practice this week, he don't need to go. Case needs to go ahead and hold it down for another week as much as possible. Let's get that ground game going, get the defense going, and come out of here with a win. And hopefully we can get Tennessee and Indy to win this thing and go and get into the playoffs and see what we can do then. We just need to get to the dance. After that, it's anybody's game, bro.
So, do you think that Case is the best option for the Texans to stay in the chance to get to the dance?
Man, at first I didn't. When I first saw the reports come last week about Case going, I was a little bit worried. And don't get me wrong, I was already worried with Davis Mills being a possibility of going, because the thing about Davis Mills is you almost have to give him perfect protection for him to be able to have a decent game. If he's getting too much pressure, it's a wrap. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to fumble. He's going to do something sporadic. And one of the things that Davis Mills always does is he always, at least once or twice a game, misses a wide open receiver by 3, 4, 5, 6 yards, with no pressure or nothing. But it was my thinking last week that he's going to do it if he starts, but, he'll probably get it out of his system early and be able to manage the game. But, man, when I seen him come in for that one play, boy, hey, the season was on the line, Jack, with that one play.
Man, look.
I was just like, man, just don't fumble. I'm like, man, it's going to be a fumble. They're going to run it back, and the season's going to be a wrap on this one play.
Later came, they'd have had the Mills house on fire or some shit. Who house they tried to burn? Did they try to burn Sharp shit up? Whose house they tried to burn up? They did something. They was at his house burning or something. Sharp. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he ain't look, Case ain't got this yet, but he gonna give y'all Uncle Rico he got. You know what I'm saying? He gonna definitely he might not be able to throw a football over the mountains. He'll throw a football over them hills though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we just need to keep it simple like last week, man. And something that Big D had brought up today is we were talking about getting Singletary more involved in the passing game. I think that if they are able to successfully double team on that edge, then yeah, maybe we can get Singletary out in the flats a little bit, out on some out routes, some maybe some middle screens or something like that to loosen up that pass rush. We're gonna have to be honest with you, especially if we're gonna be down Brevin Jordan. This is my first time hearing that, but if we're down Brevin Jordan, I don't know Nico's status. I'm hoping he comes back this week, but if he is, that's a big blow to our offense. So, yeah, Singletary gonna have to shine again, man. We just have to. I don't care if we win by a point this week. Let's just get out of here with a win and get to the Titans. Yeah, man.
I think we come out with the dub. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a good game. Pretty evenly matched teams, but I think the Texans I think they do have a slight advantage. So we'll see what happens. But that's a bit. Broderick, I appreciate you calling into the Saucelin and sharing your thoughts with us this evening.
All right, bro. And J-Mill, that's how you do it. You get in, you get your thoughts in, don't tell your life story.
You literally took the same amount of time as J-Mill.
Ain't that all that? Shut up.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? See how niggas do? Black folks. Boy, okay, see that's what I ain't talking about black folks in the end of the night. I'm talking about y'all tomorrow. But yeah, I'm glad you remind me. That's what I'll be telling you niggas. All right, that's a bit broad. I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, y'all.
All right. So it's about that time. I already know. But real quick, we're just gonna do about an hour. I gotta cook this fucking turkey beat. I'm trying to make some healthy tacos. Like I want to eat ground beef like a real man. A real man eats ground beef. I got ground turkey. I'm gonna make some fucking ground turkey tacos, and the hoes gonna be fire. So leave me alone. But here's the deal, right? Here is the deal. First off, if you ain't been in here, drop them 3 favorite Jordans real quick in the chat. If you ain't dropped that, drop 3 worst Jordans real quick because I'm very interested in that. if y'all missed it. Case gonna be the face. And I'm not tripping on that. Like I said, again, I'm rocking with again. That's I'm saying as a former Coug, a way long time ago, right? Way back in the Netherlands, we talking Art Browse era. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rocking with him, right? I'm riding with him. Like you can't tell me no wrong about Case, dog. Like I'm riding die. Davis, you like that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we are gonna be at the end of the night, 9 p.m. Tonight we're talking about a woman's place, right? And I know some people are gonna get a little riled up. Some people go, what do you mean, honcho? What is a woman? This is America. Women have rights. They can go to the store on their own. They can do whatever they want to. They can vote now. They can do all that. I love all that. That's cool. I love the ladies. I love that they have rights and they're independent. But we're gonna talk about their place in the den tonight. So, H-Time Big Steve, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. Texas Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Derek Peterson, what's the motherfucking deal? Dab Channel. Anybody I may have missed, I promise I ain't this. Johnny Hooker, what's the motherfucking deal? Josh Warner, what's the motherfucking deal? Like I say, some of y'all was in the you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's I ain't been bashing lately. They've been hunchos. You bash the women too much. I gave y'all like 2 or 3 weeks bash free. I had to miss a couple of days to make this successful, but now it's gonna be a very interesting conversation. Like y'all need to tune in tonight because it's gonna be a very, very y'all know I be coming with some shit sometimes a little bit out of it's always just a woman's play. Y'all gonna well, I got some things to say tonight. I got some shit to say tonight. TheDenShow.com. Make sure y'all in at 9 p.m. We'll be live. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. I appreciate y'all, Sauce Nation, each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay saucy. All right. And I thank y'all for the privilege of you letting me in your lives. Each and every evening that you do watch, whenever you do check this out, man, it is greatly appreciated because you can be anywhere in the world. The fact that you're rocking with the sauce, man, I do not take that for granted. I do not take that. Appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Until mañana, I'm out.